Hi everyone, it's me Swasti, and in today's video we are going to talk about how I landed my internship this summer. So back in December last year when I was applying, I was looking for people who would guide me on how to apply for jobs and how their jobs application process was. And I decided that, okay, why not share my own journey with you guys? So in today's video, I'm going to share what helped me land my role, the ups and downs of the entire process, and hopefully this will give you a clearer picture if you're also applying for engineering internships next year.
So let's start from the beginning. Last December, I was applying to internships left and right, and honestly, it was tough. I kept getting rejection emails, like a lot. But instead of letting that discourage me, I started asking myself, okay, what exactly are companies like Ericsson looking for? And that's when I sat down with the job description and really broke it apart. When I read through it, a few things stood out immediately. They wanted people with RF experience, and they expected familiarity with lab equipment, things like vector network analyzers, oscilloscopes, and power meters. That made me think back to my coursework. Like, what classes had actually prepared me to talk about these things in an interview? And the first one that came to my mind was Electro 11, electromagnetic fields and waves. Electro 11 was a lifesaver. It gave me a solid grounding in concepts like Smith charts, transmission lines, S parameters, and impedance matching, even waveguides. And these exact topics came up later in my interview as well. But of course, theory alone isn't enough. Interviewers want to know how you applied what you learned, and that's where my project experience, especially with UBC Orbit, really came into play. With UBC Orbit, I worked on a lot of testing and verification. So during the interview, I was asked questions like, how do you set up a test? Why did you choose those instruments? What did you learn about antenna polarization patterns? Those hands-on experiences gave me real examples to talk about, and they helped connect the dots between the theory from Electro 11 and practical applications. And speaking of the interview, here's how the actual hiring process went. So, timeline wise, I applied in December 2024, and then by end of January, I heard back when they asked for my transcripts, and then finally, my interview was scheduled for early February. Since this wasn't a software role, it was just one round, mainly technical questions with a bit of behavioral mixed in. To prepare for the interview, I went back to my Electro 11 notes, but I also pushed myself beyond that. I set up mock interviews with friends and my co op advisors, and honestly, just practicing in front of the camera helped me a ton. I also used ChatGPT to generate sample technical questions. It did not give me the perfect answers, but it helped me to think about the range of questions I might get, which I then worked through in my own words through my own experiences. And when it came to structuring answers, I leaned on the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. It gave me a clean framework while still letting me dive into the technical details when needed. And looking back, this strategy taught me something important that I now give as advice to anyone applying. So, grades weren't the highlight of my application. It was really my projects, labs, and team experience that made the difference. So, if you're heading into third year and thinking about applying to roles like this, my biggest advice would be: number one, take courses in communications or electromagnetics before December. They will give you the technical foundation you need for summer jobs. Number two, get involved in a design team or a lab project where you can actually use your equipment and apply theory. Number three, remember that rejections are just part of the process, and each one makes you sharper for the next opportunity.
So that's how I got into Ericsson. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you found my advice helpful, you can subscribe to my channel. And thank you once again. See you in my next video.